power is the ability to do whatever the fuck you want in your life. So no one else wants you to fucking hit your goals like you do. No one cares what you do beyond yourself. So make sure you're holding yourself accountable. You're not waiting for someone else to encourage you. You're waiting for someone else to go to the gym, do this or that. You really have to hold yourself accountable. And within the self-talk piece, a little thing that this is how I label it now, but I wasn't intentionally doing it in purpose in the time. But I was always talk to myself in my head like I was a mentor talking to my apprentice. There's always like your thoughts in your mind, and then there's the thinker of the thoughts. There's two kind of, when you're talking to yourself in your head, there's someone talking, and then there's someone paying attention. So there's kind of two like dualistic identities inside your brain at any given time. And I viewed it as like a mentor who was the retired 6-time Mr. Olympia talking to the amateur, the apprentice who wanted to become that and was embodying that and working towards that. So when I would talk to myself like, come on, champ, come on, you want to be Mr. Olympia? Like, let's get after it. It was like my future Mr. Olympia self talking to myself. And when I would be on a treadmill, I'd be supposed to do 30 minutes, 25 minutes goes by. I'm like ADD, bored, tired, want to go eat breakfast, deep in prep, whatever. And I'd get off and talk to myself like, come on, champ. Like, is that what Mr. Olympia does? Is Mr. Olympia have to get off 5 minutes before his cardio's done? I'd be like, fuck. And I would drag myself back on, finish my cardio, and actually do it right. Same thing with, a set. If I'm aiming for 10, I get 8, and I just put the weights down, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you could have gotten 10. Maybe I take 5 minutes, do another set that I'm not even supposed to do to hit that 10, just to hold myself accountable. Or I get right back on and do 2 more, 3 more reps, just to make sure I'm hitting that 10 that I was supposed to. But holding yourself accountable and having the proper self-talk is important. And I don't think this comes from shame. I don't think shaming yourself, calling yourself a piece of shit, like you fat fuck, get after it, all these things, I don't personally believe that works at all. I think if you call yourself a fat fuck and you begin to identify as a fat fuck, you will continue to act like a fat fuck. So not to use fat shaming as an example at all, but that's a huge one that people do. They eat bad. Fuck, I'm so fat. Well, I'm so fat, I'm going to keep eating bad. Like, no, don't shame yourself. Positive reinforcement. Talk to yourself from like a one-up position in a positive form. Hold yourself accountable to be better, not to shame yourself for being worse. I think that's absolutely huge. Positivity is fucking massive, and I think so many people think driving forward from shame works because it does for a period of time. But if you're trying to be a 6-time Mr.